My beloved child, listen carefully, because what is being released in this moment is not ordinary, not common, and not meant for everyone. I, Archangel Michael, speak with clarity and divine urgency today. There is a rare gift moving toward you right now. It has already left the spiritual realm and is crossing into your physical reality. You may not fully see it yet, but others around you can already sense its value, even though they do not understand what it truly is. This is why things around you have begun to feel different. Conversations change when you enter a room. Energy shifts without explanation. Some people feel drawn to you, while others feel strangely uncomfortable. This is not coincidence. This is the weight of the gift approaching your life. Hear this clearly. This gift is not loud. It does not announce itself with noise or chaos. It moves quietly, strategically, protected by divine order. Those who sense it may try to label it, copy it, or question it. But they will never fully understand it, because it was custom designed for you by heaven. There are people watching you right now, even if you don't realize it. They cannot explain why they are intrigued, why your words linger in their mind, or why your presence feels heavier than it used to. They see the value but not the source. And because they do not understand the source, they misinterpret the gift. Some think you are lucky. Some think you are changing. Some think you are hiding something. But the truth is deeper. This rare gift is a divine authorization. It is the result of seasons where you stayed silent when you could have spoken, where you remained faithful when it would have been easier to walk away, where you chose integrity even when no one was watching. Heaven hath been recording every unseen moment. You may have wondered why delays surrounded you, why doors seemed slow to open, why progress felt resisted. Understand this now. Delays were not denials. They were preparations. The gift moving toward you required alignment, maturity, and spiritual readiness. If it had arrived earlier, it would have overwhelmed you, or been mishandled by others. That is why Archangel Michael hath been guarding your timing. This gift carries authority, not the kind that shouts, but the kind that commands without words. When it arrives fully, people will listen to you differently. Your decisions will carry weight. Your presence will bring clarity or conviction. This is why some relationships have already begun to shift. Not everyone can walk beside someone who carries something rare. Do not be troubled if certain people misunderstand you right now. They are sensing what is coming before it manifests. Human intuition often reacts before human understanding catches up. This is why jealousy, curiosity, admiration, and confusion can exist at the same time around you. Let me warn you with love, do not explain yourself prematurely. A rare gift must be revealed, not defended. Those who are meant to recognize it will do so without persuasion. Those who are not meant to understand will only distort it if given access too soon. You have been feeling an inner pressure lately, a push to refine, to simplify, to let go. That is the gift aligning with your inner world. Heaven never releases something powerful into a cluttered vessel. What feels like pruning is actually positioning. Some nights you feel restless. Some mornings you wake with ideas, clarity, or an unexplainable sense of anticipation. That is not anxiety. That is activation. The gift is drawing closer, and your spirit knows it. Others can sense the value because value leaves a signature. Just as gold carries weight even when buried, your gift carries spiritual gravity even before it is fully seen. But understanding, that requires revelation, and revelation is not given to everyone. Be discerning. Not everyone who praises you wants to protect you. Not everyone who questions you wants to learn. Watch patterns, not words. Energy never lies. Archangel Michael stands as your shield in this season. No theft, no imitation, no interference will succeed. What is assigned to you is sealed by divine authority. Even delays caused by others are being reversed in your favor. You are stepping into a phase where silence will speak louder than explanation, and alignment will matter more than approval. The gift coming toward you will not only change your path, it will reveal who was never meant to walk it with you. Stay grounded. Stay humble. Stay obedient to the quiet instructions in your spirit. This message found you because your soul was ready to hear it. Beloved one, as this message continues, let your heart stay open, because the rare gift moving toward you is not just something you will receive. It is something that will respond to you. I, Archangel Michael, speak now to reveal what many sense but cannot define. This gift carries intelligence. It recognizes alignment. It responds to obedience. That is why it has been moving slowly, carefully, watching how you handle pressure, silence, and responsibility. You may have noticed that recently your tolerance for noise has decreased. Things that once entertained you now feel empty. Conversations that once felt normal now feel shallow. This is not judgment. It is discernment awakening. The gift coming toward you requires clarity of mind and purity of intention. Heaven will not place something rare into distracted hands. There is a reason others can sense the value before you fully understand it yourself. Often, the carrier of a gift is the last to recognize its magnitude. Familiarity can blind you to your own calling. That is why strangers may affirm you more than those who have known you the longest. They are reacting to the fragrance of the gift, not the history of your past. Do not confuse hesitation with unworthiness. Sometimes your spirit pauses because it understands the responsibility attached to what is coming. This gift will amplify whatever you carry inside. If there is compassion, it will grow stronger. If there is wisdom, it will deepen. That is why heaven has been working on your inner world before releasing the outer reward. You are not late. You are not behind. You are not missing anything. Everything is converging with precision. What feels slow is actually exact timing. The gift is to arrive when you are strong enough to steward it and discerning enough to protect it. Let me speak clearly now. Not everyone celebrating you in the next season will be sent to support you. Some will be drawn by the gift, not by love. This is why discernment will become your greatest protection. You will need to learn when to be kind and when to be quiet, when to open doors and when to guard gates. You may already feel a shift in how you respond to people. You no longer feel the need to prove yourself. You are less reactive. You are more observant. This is not distance. It is authority forming. The gift carries leadership energy, even if your role does not look traditional. People will look to you for clarity without knowing why. There will be moments when you doubt yourself. That is human. But understand this. Heaven does not invest rarity where there is no return. You were chosen because you can carry this without losing yourself. Even your past struggles were training grounds. Nothing was wasted. As this message resonates, let me pause and speak directly to you, listener to listener. If these words are stirring something deep within you, engage with this moment. Like this video so this message can reach others who are sensing something they cannot yet explain. Share it with someone who feels overlooked but knows they are carrying more. Leave a comment declaring that you are ready to receive what heaven has prepared. And if this channel continues to confirm what God is doing in your life, subscribe and become part of this growing spiritual family. Your simple action helps keep this flow of messages alive. Now return with me to the message, because what comes next is crucial. The rare gift moving toward you will not arrive in chaos. It will come during a moment that seems ordinary. That is how heaven hides miracles from those who are not paying attention. One conversation, one opportunity, one decision will act as the doorway. You must stay present. Do not rush ahead mentally. Do not live only in anticipation. Remain faithful in what is in front of you. The gift responds to stewardship. How you handle today determines how tomorrow opens. Others sensing the value may attempt to rush you, pressure you, or subtly redirect you. This is why inner stillness is vital. If something is truly from God, it will not need manipulation. Peace will accompany it, even if it stretches you. I, Archangel Michael, am reminding you now, your role is not to chase the gift. Your role is to remain aligned. What is assigned to you cannot miss you. It knows your address. It knows your name. It knows your timing. There is a strength rising in you that does not look aggressive. It looks calm. It looks assured. It looks unbothered by comparison. This is the posture required for what is coming. The gift does not compete. It stands. As you listen, keep your attention here. What will be revealed next will connect pieces you have been questioning for a long time. Hold on, because this is where understanding begins to deepen in a way you did not expect. Chosen one, as this message unfolds further, allow your spirit to steady itself, because what I, Archangel Michael, reveal now explains why your journey has felt so isolated at times. The rare gift moving toward you does not travel through crowded paths. It requires separation before manifestation. This is why there were seasons when you felt misunderstood, unseen, or set apart even when surrounded by people. Isolation was not punishment. It was protection. Heaven often withdraws its cares before revealing its treasures, not to weaken them, but to strengthen their discernment. In quiet seasons, your spiritual sense is sharpened. You learn to hear without noise, to trust without proof, and to stand without applause. This was training for the weight of what is coming. Understand this clearly. Rarity attracts attention, but not all attention is safe. That is why the gift has been concealed until now. Even people who love you may not have known how to handle what you carry. Some would have rushed it. Some would have questioned it. Some would have tried to shape it according to their comfort. Heaven said no. You may have noticed that certain opportunities almost happened but then dissolved at the last moment. Certain connections felt promising but never fully aligned. Do not grieve those endings. They were divine interruptions. If they had continued, they would have delayed the true arrival. Sometimes God closes a door not because it is bad, but because it is too small. The gift approaching you will not shrink to fit environments that cannot sustain it. Instead, it will create its own space. This is why patience has been required of you. Expansion cannot be rushed without fracture. Others sensing the value without understanding it may have projected their expectations onto you. Some assumed you would play a role that was never assigned to you. Some expected you to stay accessible when you were meant to grow private. Their confusion is not your responsibility. Obedience is. Let me speak to the inner fear you may not have voiced. Yes, this gift will change things. Yes, you will shift dynamics. Yes, it may elevate you beyond familiar ground. But hear this promise, you will not lose yourself in the process. The same God who prepared the gift prepared you. You are not becoming someone else. You are becoming more fully who you always were. What is falling away now are layers that no longer serve your calling. The discomfort you feel is not loss. It is alignment. I, Archangel Michael, stand as witness to your perseverance. Heaven has seen your quiet endurance, the nights when you prayed without words, the days when you showed up even while doubting yourself. These moments have built spiritual credibility. That is why the gift is responding to you now. Very soon, confirmation will come in a way that feels undeniable. Not dramatic, but precise. It will answer questions you did not even ask out loud. When it happens, trust your peace more than external opinions. Peace is heaven's signature. Guard this season carefully. Speak selectively. Move intentionally. Celebrate quietly. The gift does not require public announcement to be powerful. Those meant to recognize it will do so naturally. Before this message continues, receive this activation with intention. Type "I receive what heaven prepared" in the comments if this is speaking to your spirit. Blessing code 941 has just been released. I speak this directly to you because your obedience in this moment matters. When you support this work, you are not funding a channel. You are sowing light into souls that are still searching for what you are now recognizing. Just as a seed placed in good soil multiplies, your act of giving becomes a river that carries truth where fear once lived. The Lord says, as you release, I will release back to you, pressed down and overflowing. If your spirit feels the urgency of this hour, act on it now. Use super thanks, join the membership, or sow through the PayPal link in the description as a prophetic response. I declare that every giver will be met with divine acceleration and unseen favor. Obey the stirring, release the seed now. Hold steady, because what unfolds next will reveal how this rare gift begins to express itself through your life in ways you may not expect. Beloved carrier of destiny, as this message deepens, I, Archangel Michael, draw your attention to something subtle yet powerful that has already begun within you. The rare gift moving toward you is not waiting for a future date to awaken. Its first signs are already active in your inner world. What you have been feeling lately is not restlessness without reason. It is recognition. Your spirit is recognizing what your mind has not yet fully articulated. There is a growing sensitivity within you. You notice tones beneath words. You feel shifts before they are spoken. You sense when something is aligned and when it is not, even if logic cannot explain it. This is not imagination. This is the gift preparing its language within you. Before it manifests outwardly, it calibrates inwardly. You may have also noticed that your reactions are changing. Situations that once triggered you no longer hold the same power. Conflicts that once demanded explanation now feel unnecessary. This is not indifference. It is elevation. The gift carries a higher vantage point. From there, certain battles no longer make sense to fight. At the same time, there may be moments of sudden clarity followed by silence. Moments where everything feels obvious, then strangely quiet. Do not misinterpret the quiet as absence. Heaven often pauses sound to sharpen sight. You are being trained to trust inner confirmation over external noise. Others who sense the value of what you carry may begin to mirror you unconsciously. They may repeat your words, adopt your ideas, or reflect your mannerisms. This is not flattery alone. It is resonance. But remember this, imitation can copy expression, never essence. What flows through you cannot be duplicated because it is sourced from obedience, not observation. Withou is not direct expression before completion. The gift has stages. Revelation before readiness can create confusion. That is why you are being guided to move slower than your potential suggests. Precision matters more than speed now. You might feel an internal tension between visibility and privacy. One part of you knows you are meant to be seen. Another part longs to remain hidden. This tension is interior. It keeps you dependent on divine instruction rather than personal ambition. When the moment arrives, visibility will feel natural, not forced. Let me address a concern you may be carrying quietly. You wonder if stepping into this gift will require you to become distant from people you care about. Hear this truth. Distance is not always separation. Sometimes it is repositioning. Those who are meant to grow with you will adjust. Those who cannot will solely fall out of alignment without conflict. Do not fear being misunderstood in this season. Misunderstanding often precedes revelation. Even prophets were doubted before they were recognized. The gift does not require immediate validation. Its fruit will speak in time. There is also a refining of your voice happening. Not just what you say, but how you say it. You may feel led to speak less, but when you do speak, words land deeper. This is the authority forming. Authority does not need volume. It carries weight because it is anchored in truth. You are being asked to trust the process even when outcomes remain unseen. Faith is not blind here. It is informed by discernment. You have already seen too many confirmations to doubt the direction, even if the destination is still unfolding. Archangel Michael remains stationed around you, guarding against distraction and premature exposure. Some invitations will come that look appealing but feel slightly off. Pay attention to that feeling. The gift responds to peace, not pressure. As this part comes to rest, let this settle in you. You are not waiting for permission. You are waiting for alignment. When alignment completes, movement will be effortless. Doors will open without force. Conversations will shift without strategy. You will simply find yourself standing where preparation meets purpose. Remain attentive. Remain grounded. What comes next will illuminate how this gift begins to interact with the world around you, not through striving, but through divine orchestration. Beloved one, as the unfolding continues, I, Archangel Michael, ask you to pay close attention to the way your environment has been responding to you lately. Not reacting, responding. There is a difference. Reactions are emotional and impulsive. Responses are intuitive and discerning. The rare gift moving toward you is beginning to influence your surroundings before it fully manifests in your hands. You may have noticed that certain situations now resolve themselves without your interference. Issues that once demanded your effort suddenly dissolve. This is not coincidence. This is authority forming quietly. When a gift is truly from heaven, it does not create chaos around the carrier. It creates order, even before it is visible. At the same time, some tensions may have surfaced unexpectedly. Not because you caused them, but because your presence now exposes what was hidden. Light does not argue with darkness, it reveals it. Some people may feel uncomfortable without knowing why. Others may feel inspired but unsure how to express it. Both responses are indicators that something within you has shifted. Do not internalize reactions that are not yours to carry. When people sense value without understanding it, they often project confusion outward. Stay grounded. Your role is not to manage their perceptions, but to steward your alignment. There is also a deepening of responsibility happening within you. You may feel less interested in surface-level pursuits and more drawn to purpose-driven decisions. This is not heaviness, it is focus. The gift carries consequence. It influences outcomes. That is why heaven have been refining your decision-making process. You are learning to pause before acting, to listen before responding, to wait before committing. This patience is not fear. It is wisdom maturing. Speed without discernment would compromise what is coming. That is why your path may look slower compared to others, but it is far more precise. Let me reassure you about something important. You are not missing opportunities by waiting. Opportunities meant for you cannot bypass you. They are synchronized with your obedience. Anything that requires you to abandon peace to obtain it is not aligned with this gift. You may feel moments of solitude even when surrounded by people. This is not loneliness. This is separation of frequency. You are tuning into a higher awareness. Conversations that lack depth may feel draining now. This is not arrogance. It is alignment pulling you toward substance. There is also an invitation being extended to you internally to trust your inner confirmations more than external validation. You have already been given signs, patterns, and repeated nudges. The gift responds when you honor these nudges instead of questioning them into silence. Some of your old habits are falling away naturally. You are not forcing change. It is happening organically. This is the clearest indicator that the gift is real. Forced change creates resistance. Divinely guided change creates relief, even when it stretches you. Be mindful of comparison in this season. Others may appear to move faster, gain recognition sooner, or receive visible rewards earlier. What they carry and what you carry are not measured by the same timeline. Rarity requires refinement. Refinement requires time. Archangel Michael speaks now with clarity. What is being prepared for you will not need justification. When it arrives, it will feel familiar, as if you have known it all along. That familiarity is not coincidence. It is remembrance. Your spirit remembers what your mind is still learning. There may be a subtle grief arising for versions of yourself that are no longer sustainable. Let them go with gratitude. They serve their purpose. You are not losing identity. You are shedding limitation. Watch how your intuition sharpens around people. You will begin to sense intentions more clearly. Not to judge, but to navigate wisely. This is protection activating. As this message settles, understand this truth. The gift moving toward you is not coming to add pressure to your life. It is coming to add clarity. Pressure comes from misalignment. Clarity comes from obedience. You are being positioned to move with ease and not strain. Remain faithful in small things. Remain attentive to inner peace. Remain humble in your confidence. What is ahead will require all three. What unfolds next will bring insight into how this gift reshapes your relationships and interactions in ways that feel both surprising and deeply right. Stay present. The revelation continues. Beloved soul, as this message advances, I, Archangel Michael, speak to you about the relational shifts that are now unavoidable. The rare gift moving toward you does not arrive quietly in relationships. It reveals alignment with precision. Some bonds will deepen effortlessly, while others will strain without clear conflict. This is not because you changed your heart, but because your frequency has changed. You may notice that certain people now approach you differently. They listen more carefully. They ask deeper questions. Or, in contrast, they may withdraw without explanation. Both reactions are responses to the same truth. Something within you has matured. The gift carries presence, and presence alters dynamics without words. There will be moments when you feel misunderstood even while being respected. This can feel confusing. Respect without closeness. Admiration without access. Understand this. Not everyone who recognizes value is permitted proximity. Boundaries are not walls, they are assignments. You are learning when to pour and when to preserve. In earlier seasons, you may have overextended yourself, trying to keep everyone comfortable. That season is ending. The gift requires stewardship, and stewardship requires discernment. You cannot give equally to everyone and remain aligned. Let go of guilt for choosing peace over people-pleasing. The gift responds to peace. When you ignore peace to satisfy expectations, the flow weakens. When you honor peace, clarity follows. There may be moments when you question whether you are becoming distant. You are not becoming distant, you are becoming selective. Selectivity is wisdom, not coldness. Even Jesus withdrew to pray when crowds demanded more. Withdrawal is sometimes obedience. You may also notice that conversations are shifting toward purpose. People may seek your perspective during moments of uncertainty. They may not know why, but something in you carries grounding. This is the gift expressing itself relationally. You are becoming a place of clarity for others, even when you feel unsure yourself. Be careful not to carry burdens that are not yours. When people sense strength, they often unload weight. Learn to listen without absorbing. Compassion does not require ownership of another's struggle. As relationships recalibrate, there may be grief. At its service without resistance. Grief does not mean you made the wrong choice. It means something mattered. Honor it, then release it. You are not meant to carry old versions of connection into new assignments. I, Archangel Michael, remind you that heaven is not subtracting from your life without intention. Every release creates room. Every ending prepares a beginning. The gift needs space to breathe. Let me speak now to your role as a listener in this moment. If this message is resonating, engage with it actively. Like this video so this word can travel further. Share it with someone who is feeling relational shifts they cannot explain. Comment your agreement and what you are sensing in your own life. And if this channel continues to confirm what God is revealing to you, subscribe and join this growing community. Your support helps keep these messages flowing to those who need them most. Now return to the message with focus. There will be new connections forming that feel familiar yet fresh. These will not require performance. They will be marked by mutual respect and shared understanding. Do not write these connections. Let them unfold naturally. What is built slowly is built to last. You are also being taught how to stand alone without feeling lonely. Solitude is becoming restorative rather than heavy. This is a sign of inner stability. The gift cannot rest in someone who fears being alone. Pay attention to how your intuition now speaks during interactions. A quiet nudge, a pause, a sense of timing. Honor these cues. They are guidance, not hesitation. There may be moments when you are tempted to explain your boundaries. Resist that urge. Boundaries do not require explanation to be valid. Those who are meant to understand will adjust without complaint. As this part draws to a close, I urge you to stay with this message. What is coming next will clarify why these relational changes were necessary and how they prepare you for what is about to arrive. Stay attentive, because this next revelation will connect everything you have been sensing but could not yet name. Beloved one, as this message moves forward, I, Archangel Michael, now speak to you about timing, because timing has been the silent question in your heart. You have sensed that something is coming, yet you have wondered why it has not fully arrived. Understand this. Divine timing is not measured by readiness alone, but by synchronization. What is approaching you must align not only with you, but with circumstances, people, and conditions that heaven has been arranging beyond your view. This is why you have felt moments of anticipation followed by waiting. Moments where you felt on the edge of breakthrough, only to find yourself still in preparation. This was not delay for delay's sake. This was alignment being perfected. A rare gift cannot arrive into partial order. Everything connected to it must be ready to sustain it. There is a convergence happening now. Pieces that once felt scattered are beginning to move toward each other. Conversations you have not yet had, decisions you have not yet made, and opportunities you have not yet seen are all being positioned. You do not need to chase them. They are being guided toward you. You may notice that your patience hath been tested in unusual ways, not through hardship alone, but through stillness. Waiting without clear instruction can feel more challenging than action. Yet this stillness has been strengthening your trust. You are learning to rest without losing expectation. There is also a sharpening of discernment happening around timing. You are beginning to sense when to act and when to pause, even if logic urges movement. This discernment is critical. The gift responds to obedience more than enthusiasm. Acting too early would dilute its impact. Acting too late would miss its momentum. That is why heaven hath been training your sensitivity. Let me address the quiet fear you may carry, the fear of missing the moment. Release it. What is ordained for you cannot slip past unnoticed. The same God who appointed the gift has appointed the moment. You will recognize it, not through anxiety, but through peace that confirms action. Others may pressure you to move faster. They may not understand why you are waiting. Remember, they are sensing the value, not the instruction. Instruction belongs to the carrier, not the observer. Do not surrender divine timing to human urgency. You may also feel an increased sense of responsibility without yet having the platform or position to express it. This is intentional. Responsibility matures character before visibility tests it. When the gift becomes visible, you will already be grounded. There are lessons completing themselves now. Cycles closing quietly. You may feel less emotionally attached to outcomes that once mattered deeply. This is not detachment from life. It is freedom from control. Control would interfere with what heaven is orchestrating. I, Archangel Michael, stand watch over this convergence. No interference will disrupt what has been aligned. Even what appears as opposition will be repurposed. Resistance will refine clarity. Obstacles will reveal direction. Pay attention to your dreams, your sudden insights, and moments of unexplainable calm. These are confirmations, not coincidences. Heaven often speaks softly when trust hath been established. You are nearing a moment where preparation turns into movement. Not rushed movement, but decisive movement. When it happens, you will not need convincing. You will simply know. Until then, remain faithful in what seems ordinary. Continue showing up with integrity. Continue honoring peace. Continue trusting the unseen work. Ordinary obedience often carries extraordinary outcomes. As this part settles, understand this truth. You are not waiting on the gift. The gift hath been waiting for the perfect moment to meet you fully prepared. And that moment is drawing closer than you realize. Remain attentive. What unfolds next will reveal how recognition begins to follow this gift. Not recognition you seek, but recognition that finds you. Beloved child, as this message reaches deeper layers, I, Archangel Michael, speak now about recognition, because recognition is beginning to move toward you just as surely as the gift itself. But understand this clearly. This recognition will not arrive in the way your mind once imagined. It will not be loud, forced, or driven by self-promotion. It will emerge naturally, drawn by substance rather than spectacle. You may have already noticed subtle signs. People referencing your words later as if they were their own thoughts. Others seeking your input before making decisions, even when you are not the most visible voice in the room. This is recognition forming quietly. It is not seeking to elevate ego. It is responding to authority. True recognition follows alignment, not effort. That is why you were never instructed to chase attention. What you carry attracts notice without demand. This is also why heaven delayed visibility. Recognition without grounding would have created pressure. Now, grounding has been established. Be aware of this. Recognition will also test discernment. When people begin to see value, access will be requested. Invitations will increase. Opportunities will multiply. Not all of them are assignments. Some are distractions wearing the appearance of favor. This is where your inner clarity becomes essential. You will need to ask not only, is this good? But is this aligned? Alignment is the language of the gift. Anything that pulls you out of peace, even if it promises growth, must be examined carefully. There may be moments when recognition feels uncomfortable. When you are seen for something you once did quietly. When your consistency is noticed after seasons of obscurity. Let humility guide you, but do not shrink. Shrinking would dishonor the preparation you endured. At the same time, some people will recognize the value but resist honoring it. This is not your battle. Recognition does not require universal agreement to be valid. Even Jesus was recognized by some and rejected by others. Your responsibility is not consensus, it is obedience. You are being taught how to receive acknowledgement without becoming dependent on it. Appreciation is welcome, but it is not your fuel. Your fuel remains obedience and peace. This balance will protect you as visibility increases. Let me speak to your heart now. There is a quiet confidence growing in you. Not arrogance, not self-importance. Confidence rooted in knowing who you are without needing to prove it. This confidence will stabilize you when attention grows. Recognition will also reveal who is genuinely aligned with your journey. Some will celebrate without envy. Some will support without condition. These connections are rare and valuable. Honor them. Do not overlook loyalty for popularity. As the gift and recognition move closer together, there may be moments of internal questioning. Am I ready for this? Understand this. Readiness is not perfection. Readiness is willingness to remain teachable. You are still learning, and that is part of your strength. I, Archangel Michael, affirm this over you now. You will not be overwhelmed by what is coming. You have been prepared emotionally, spiritually, and mentally. Even your doubts were tools of refinement. Before this message transitions further, receive this activation intentionally. Type "I walk in divine alignment" in the comments if this resonates with your spirit. Blessing code 1183 has just been released. I am speaking directly to you because your response matters in this hour. When you support this work, you are not giving to a voice. You are fueling a river that carries God's word to those who feel unseen, just as you once did. The Lord declares, those who water others will themselves be watered, and this is not metaphor, it is promise. If this message has confirmed your alignment, respond with action now. Release your seed through super thanks. Step into deeper covering through membership, or give through the PayPal link in the description. I bless every giver with clarity, protection, and multiplied return. Do not delay obedience. Move now. Remain present, because what comes next will reveal how this recognition transforms into influence without compromising your peace. Beloved one, as the message continues, I, Archangel Michael, now speak to you about influence, because recognition naturally gives birth to influence, and influence must be understood before it is exercised. The rare gift moving toward you was never meant to elevate you above others. It was meant to position you among them with clarity. Influence is not control. Influence is the ability to shift atmosphere without force. You may already sense that your words linger longer than they used to. A simple statement you make may stay with someone for days. A quiet decision you take may inspire others without you knowing. This is not accidental. Influence is already flowing through you, even before full visibility arrives. Understand this carefully. Influence will test your motives more than visibility ever could. When people begin to listen, even subtly, the temptation is to shake yourself to maintain approval. Resist this. The gift loses strength when it is adjusted to please rather than aligned to truth. You are being trained now to speak from conviction, not reaction. Silence will sometimes be more powerful than explanation. Pauses will carry meaning. Timing will matter more than volume. This is influence refined. There may be moments when you feel the weight of responsibility increase. You may think twice before speaking, realizing that your words can either steady someone or confuse them. This awareness is not fear. It is maturity. The gift does not desire careless expression. You may also feel moments of resistance internally, an urge to withdraw when influence grows. This is natural. Influence requires presence, and presence requires energy. Learn to rest intentionally. Influence without rest leads to depletion. Heaven values sustainability more than constant output. Some people will begin to mirror your beliefs, your pace, or your posture toward life. Do not idolize this. Do not reject it either. Simply remain grounded. Influence is safest when humility anchors it. I, Archangel Michael, remind you now that your influence is not limited to platforms or titles. It operates in rooms, in conversations, in decisions that ripple outward. Even unseen influence carries eternal weight. There may also be moments when influence attracts challenge, not opposition directly, but questioning. People may test your consistency. They may watch closely to see if your actions align with your words. This scrutiny is not a threat. It is refinement. Integrity will always outlast curiosity. You are being taught to lead without announcing leadership, to guide without insisting on direction, to influence without demanding agreement. This quiet authority is rare, and that is why the gift was entrusted to you. Let go of the need to be understood by everyone. Influence does not require universal clarity. It requires faithful expression. Those meant to receive will recognize truth when they encounter it. You may also notice a deeper compassion forming in you. Not pity, but understanding. Influence rooted in compassion heals rather than impresses. This is why your past struggles were necessary. They gave you empathy, not bitterness. Be mindful of how you handle moments of affirmation. Appreciation is not identity. Do not anchor yourself to praise or criticism. Anchor yourself to obedience. Influence grounded in obedience remains stable through fluctuation. As this part settles, let this truth anchor you. The gift moving toward you is not creating pressure to perform. It is releasing permission to be. Be present. Be aligned. Be faithful. Influence will flow naturally from authenticity. What unfolds next will bring clarity to how this influence becomes legacy, not something temporary, but something that continues beyond moments. Stay attentive. The revelation is deepening. Beloved one, as this message continues, I, Archangel Michael, now speak to you about stewardship, because influence without stewardship becomes fragile, but influence with stewardship becomes legacy. The rare gift moving toward you is not only about what you receive, it is about how you carry it day after day. Heaven watches consistency more closely than moments of brilliance. You are entering a phase where small choices matter more than dramatic actions. How you manage your time, your words, your energy, and your focus will determine how smoothly this gift integrates into your life. This is not pressure. It is precision. The gift thrives in environments of order and intention. You may feel a heightened awareness of responsibility lately. Not a burden, but a clarity that your decisions ripple outward. This awareness is healthy. It keeps you grounded. It reminds you that what flows through you is meant to benefit others, not elevate ego. Stewardship also means knowing when to say no. Not every opportunity deserves your yes. Not every invitation aligns with your assignment. Saying no is not rejection. It is protection. The gift responds when you honor boundaries without guilt. You are also being taught how to pace yourself. There will be moments of omito and moments of rest. Both are sacred. Rest is not retreat. It is refueling. Even warriors pause to sharpen their tools. Burnout is not a badge of honor. Sustainability is. Some people may misunderstand your pace. They may assume you are holding back or hesitating. Let them think what they will. You answer to divine instruction, not human assumption. The gift does not rush because it knows where it is going. I, Archangel Michael, remind you that stewardship includes humility. Humility does not mean minimizing what you carry. It means honoring the source of it. Gratitude keeps the flow open. Pride constricts it. There may be moments when success or affirmation increases and you feel the pull to self-rely. Catch that moment gently and return to prayer, reflection, and stillness. Self-reliance limits growth. God-dependence expands it. Let me speak now to how you engage with this message and this community. If these words are aligning with what you are living, interact with this moment. Like this video so this message can continue reaching those who are searching. Share it with someone who is stepping into responsibility and needs confirmation. Comment what you are stewarding differently in this season. And if this channel continues to speak to your spirit, subscribe and become part of this ongoing journey. Your engagement is not small. It amplifies the reach of truth. Now return with me to the heart of the message. Stewardship also requires discernment around voices. As your influence grows, advice will multiply. Not all advice is wisdom. Listen respectfully, but follow peace. Peace is not passive, it is directive. You may also find yourself mentoring others without intention. People may observe your habits, your discipline, your restraint. Stewardship is modeled more than taught. Your consistency will instruct louder than your explanations. There will be seasons when stewardship feels invisible, when effort is not immediately rewarded. Remain faithful. Heaven tracks faithfulness even when applause is absent. But grow slowly, grow strong. Be cautious of comparison. Stewardship is personal. What you are assigned to carry may look different from others. Measure success by obedience, not visibility. Obedience is the only metric heaven uses. As this part draws toward its close, I want you to stay present. What is about to be revealed next will connect stewardship with fulfillment in a way that shifts how you view success entirely. Wait for it. This is where understanding deepens and purpose becomes clearer than ever before. Beloved one, as this message reaches its next depth, I, Archangel Michael, speak to you about fulfillment, because fulfillment is not the same as success, and heaven has been guiding you toward the deeper of the two. Success is often visible and loud. Fulfillment is quiet, steady, and rooted. The rare gift moving toward you was never meant to impress the world. It was meant to complete something within you. You may have noticed that your definition of enough had been changing. Things that once felt like achievements no longer satisfy in the same way. This is not ingratitude. This is maturity. Fulfillment is teaching you to recognize substance over symbols. There is a peace that has begun to visit you in moments you did not expect. Not constant, not dramatic, but real. This peace is not dependent on outcomes. It appears even when questions remain unanswered. It is the peace of alignment. It is the clearest sign that you are moving in step with divine purpose. You are learning that fulfillment does not come from being needed by everyone. It comes from being obedient to what you were assigned. This realization frees you from exhaustion. It releases you from the pressure to prove your worth through productivity. Your worth was never in question. Some of your old ambitions are being refined, not removed. Heaven does not discard desire. It purifies it. What once came from comparison is being replaced with clarity. What once came from urgency is being replaced with intention. You may feel moments of deep gratitude without a specific reason. This gratitude is not circumstantial. It is spiritual recognition. Your soul is recognizing that it is nearing harmony with its purpose. At the same time, fulfillment may feel unfamiliar. When striving has been your norm, peace can feel strange. You may catch yourself waiting for the next problem, the next challenge, the next push. Learn to rest without suspicion. Rest is not the absence of growth. It is the evidence of trust. I, Archangel Michael, want you to hear this clearly. Fulfillment does not mean the journey is over. It means the journey has meaning. Challenges will still come, but they will no longer define you. They will shape you without shaking you. You are also discovering that fulfillment deepens compassion. Not urgency to fix, but patience to understand. You listen differently now. You respond with more grace. This is not softness. It is strength under control. There may be people who do not understand this version of you. They may miss the driven intensity you once carried. Let them. You have traded anxiety for assurance. A trade is sacred. Fulfillment will also test your willingness to remain present. When the future no longer feels threatening, the temptation is to disengage. Stay engaged. Fulfillment is not withdrawal from life. It is engagement without fear. You are being invited to enjoy the process without losing purpose, to celebrate progress without becoming complacent. This balance is rare, and that is why the gift was entrusted to you. Pay attention to moments of still joy. Not excitement, not adrenaline, joy. These moments are markers. They confirm that you are no longer chasing validation. You are walking in agreement with who you were created to be. There may also be a gentle release of regret happening. Past choices no longer haunt you in the same way. Lessons have replaced blame. Wisdom has replaced shame. This is healing completing itself. As fulfillment grows, your prayer life may shift. Fewer requests, more gratitude, more listening. This is intimacy deepening. Fulfillment brings you closer to the heart of God, not farther. Let me reassure you of this truth. Fulfillment does not mean you will stop dreaming. It means your dreams will stop owning you. You will pursue vision without losing peace. At His divine order. As this part draws near its close, stay attentive. What comes next will bring final clarity to how all of this, preparation, recognition, influence, stewardship, and fulfillment, culminates. The final revelation will seal what has been unfolding and confirm what you already sense in your spirit. Remain still. Remain open. The culmination is near. My beloved child, as this final message unfolds, I, Archangel Michael, speak with completion, not ending, because what heaven completes does not stop. It begins differently. Everything you have sensed, endured, questioned, and protected has been leading to this convergence. The rare gift that has been moving toward you is no longer approaching from a distance. It is aligning with your life, your decisions, and your spirit in real time. This is why things feel settled and intense at the same time. Settled because your spirit recognizes truth. Intense because alignment carries weight. You are no longer preparing to carry the gift. You are learning how to live with it. What once felt mysterious now begins to feel natural. Not because it is small, but because it belongs to you. Heaven never releases what does not fit. This gift fits your voice, your pace, your heart, and your assignment. That is why it does not feel foreign. It feels remembered. Others will continue to sense its value. Some will honor it. Some will misunderstand it. Some will resist it. But none of that determines its legitimacy. The gift is not validated by reaction. It is validated by obedience. You are entering a phase where your life itself becomes the message. Not through perfection, but through consistency. Through peace under pressure. Through clarity without noise. This is the mark of spiritual authority that does not need explanation. Let go of the idea that fulfillment must look dramatic. Heaven's most powerful works are often quiet. The impact of your gift will be measured not only by what changes around you, but by what remains stable within you. You may notice that fear no longer motivates you the way it once did. You still feel caution but not panic. You still feel concern but not dread. This is because trust has replaced survival. The gift does not thrive in fear. It thrives in trust. I, Archangel Michael, declare this clearly. What has been released to you cannot be revoked. What has been aligned cannot be undone. What has been prepared cannot be wasted. Even mistakes ahead will not cancel the calling. They will refine wisdom. You are no longer waiting for permission. You are walking in responsibility. This responsibility will not crush you, because it was measured precisely for your capacity. There will be moments when you look back and realize how protected you were, how many things did not work out because they were never meant to. Gratitude will replace regret. Understanding will replace confusion. As this message reaches its completion, receive this final activation with intention and faith. Type "I accept my divine assignment" in the comments if this message confirms what your spirit already knew. Blessing code 2049 is now activated over your life. I speak this with authority and clarity. If this message has aligned you, strengthened you, and confirmed your calling, then this is your moment to respond. When you support this work, you are not giving to content. You are fueling a divine assignment that reaches souls standing exactly where you once stood. The Lord declares, "What you release in obedience, I will multiply and harvest." Do not hesitate when heaven is prompting you. Sow now through super thanks. Step into deeper alignment through membership, or release your seed through the PayPal link in the description. I bless every giver with protection, increase, and divine remembrance. Act now. This is not suggestion. This is alignment. Remain grounded. Remain faithful. What has begun will continue to unfold with precision and grace.